So I moved this one, coneflower, over here. Those white daisy type coneflowers right there. And then these, I believe these are black eye Susans right there. I put them over here too because they remind me of something of a coneflower. Give a little more yellow. And then I put that one that's leaning over right here. I moved that one back there. And then I got a bunch of small ones that aren't blooming yet, but they are around in this whole entire thing as we can see them. You know, other ones that are, there's one in between there, and there's one right there. There's one there and one there, and a couple over there too. One right there. But I think this is probably plenty now of being filled. I have a lot of baby coneflowers, maybe the purple or white, I'm not sure. It could be these white ones also over in the big bed that got hit by the trees over there. But yeah, I think this bed is complete, and then we'll just wait for next year to see how full she gets and how more beautiful it is. And then the following year it should be completely filled in. So about 3 years or so, this will be completed. It's a very humid, jeez. The gnats and the mosquitoes are terrible today. I mean, just terrible. They are just trying to get in your ears and your eyes, attacking you. It's just a pain in the butt, let me tell you. I gotta figure out where to put my hens and chicks at, my flowers. They need to be in some type of sunlight most of the day. I have a pot up there I could probably put them in, but it's with my one cranberry bush that I've had it for like 3 years now, and it ain't really done much. From Stark Bros, and I'm not too happy with them. The other one died on me. I ended up pulling the roots out, and the roots were just nothing. It was just a ball, and everything else was dead. So I got one left. I think that's where I'm going to end up putting those. Darn mosquitoes, gnats, everything flying in my eyes. It's okay, I'm not gonna get you. You don't gotta get up and rush away. You're okay. Yes, duckies, you're fine. So my husband's up weed whacking. He says he's got to weed whack everything that he's done already mowed and finished mowing. He says he's tired of being tired and not being able to do the things that we need to get done at the house, because he's got always something else that has to do away from the home. So he just says that, you know, it'd be nice if we could just have a couple weekends to ourselves here so we could actually get stuff done. There was a gnat just flew in my eye. Pain is real, everybody. Anybody that lives in type of anything near water, or have standing water or anything like that, or animals, you're going to have gnats, and you're going to have mosquitoes, and living in the woods too, you have all that. But yeah, this is where I dug them up at, was this bed right here, and I can show you guys that we got quite a few little babies coneflowers, and like I said, I'm pretty sure they're either, I know they're a coneflower, but I'm really not. Like this right here is something, but I don't know what it is. It's soft. I think it's going to be some type of a coneflower too, but it didn't bloom yet. And then there's my hollyhocks that have a bloom started, and I believe these are my black ones that I grew from seed. And right there are some more baby coneflower. I gotta try to move my hair back. Right here's one too that I can see. Well, maybe not. No, that might not be. This looks like it's one possibly, but I'm not for sure. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a weed or what. I know I've got some more down here. I don't know where my little, I don't know what that is. It looks like something, oh, yeah, this is just weeds. But I don't know where my foxglove went to. Here's one. That's one right there. And there looks like there's one small one right here. I got quite a few. There's one right here I see. And this, I didn't think was supposed to come back. I didn't think they were supposed to, but here it is. It came back this year, so I'm pretty happy with that. I didn't think it was supposed to. It didn't say. It said you were supposed to dig it up in the winter time, but she lasted. So I'm pretty proud to say that it did turn out right. So I can't wait for those to bloom. And try to get back through here. Man, it is warm. Very humid. It's amazing of the sweat you can get just by videoing anyways. I haven't done much digging. I mean, most of the digging that was hard was up there because that's mainly rock you're trying to dig in. I mean, a lot of our property here is rock. And these are the hens and chicks that I got from a garage sale. I paid $3 for them, so I'm pretty happy. There are some, I think I seen some colored in here a little bit, but I'm not for sure. But there are a lot in here. I mean, I could plant these wherever and have quite a nice variety of hens and chicks here. I thought maybe planting some in here, but this doesn't get much sun at all. So somewhere down there in one of them black ones, bigger ones that isn't on my arch, I got an area I could probably put them in for now. And then once we get this done in my garden area, I'll probably end up moving them to a bed themselves and just make a whole hens and chicks bed. I've always liked these and I've always wanted them. My mother-in-law got me some a few years back when we lived in town, and they ended up dying. I don't know what I did wrong, but they did end up dying. I gotta put this back over here so it don't get rained on. But then I know right where it's at. This bed, I don't know. I keep telling myself next year will be better. As long as my husband can get this log out of here. I wish he would have picked it up a while ago and got it out of here, because it's sitting right on top of my irises and some of my other stuff. And all it's doing is killing them by sitting here. But this thing is heavy. That is beech. And beech is very heavy. Those that know trees is a very heavy. Most of everything else has been taken out of here. I had some wildflower stuff, but I don't even see anything that really even came up. I had a line of stuff right here. Through here, I put some zinnias and some wildflower, and yeah. Well, it didn't grow. Here's my hollyhocks that are left. I mean, I don't know if they're going to end up blooming or not. But we will see how next year comes. And that's just how I got to look at it. You have setbacks and fall downs all the time. And that's a tree we're pretty concerned about. If that falls on the house, it's going to hit this side of it and probably come through. We're still waiting on the money to be deposited into our account from the insurance company, but they're saying $60,000 worth of material, and then once we get receipts and everything, and then show it. But like my husband said, he can deal with the way that it is until next year if we have to deal with it. My concern is that we've got, you know, like my husband says he can buy another tarp and put up there if we have to, you know, keep it tarped. But like for the bedrooms, for instance, they've got bare walls showing, no insulation or anything in them. We still have a limb sticking through the wall in Elijah's room, and I'm pretty proud of Elijah. He's been working the summer at his sister's house, and made him enough money that he bought himself his first car, and it's a 2000 Ford Mustang New Edge, I think is what he's calling it, and it is a V6. So that will be something that's good on gas, but sits low to the ground for here in Michigan, and that's enough to say that, you know, if the roads aren't clear, you probably really shouldn't be driving it on the road. But for his first car, he's pretty proud of himself, and I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of a 16-year-old getting his own car. You know, that's just something that not everybody can say, you know, with this day and age, that hey, you worked it yourself. Most everybody has everything handed to them anymore. But for my kids, I can't say that. For instance, they didn't have anything really handed to them. Besides, like, when it came to my first marriage, you know, that was kind of where stuff was a little easier. But now that I'm not with that person no more, and I'm with my husband now, you know, we really try to get our children to, you know that it's a big responsibility being out on your own. I can hear thunder or something. We have a 24% chance of rain today, 24% chance tomorrow, and there's a 20% or more for almost every day this coming week. So we need some rain for sure, but not a downpour for it, you know, floods us. But a good rain wouldn't hurt after we get everything mowed here. That way, what my husband gets weed whacked and mowed will grow back again. So the log company people are supposed to be calling me tomorrow. We went and did something that we're trying to keep a secret. Only really 2 people know about it, which is my mother-in-law and my mom know that we're getting it, and it'll be here sometime next week. It'll be delivered. This is something that we bought outright, so we don't owe a payment on it. And it's got 390 hours on it. So those that have been watching long enough probably know what we're talking about. And if you do, just comment below and I'll see if you're right. It is a piece of machinery, something that we definitely need, and it will get used for quite a bit. Now I'm going to state this. The first thing my husband's going to do is get a water retention put around this barn, if that makes sense. Then he's going to come over here and dig this out. And then once he gets this digged out, we're going to end up moving the fence forward, so then we can get this filled in. Probably to this post here and over is where the fence is actually going to stop for the 3. But then we can get this filled back in. And then my husband wants to add about 2 to 3 inches of the driveway, add on to it, so it's not having such a major runoff to this side. But then after he gets these two things that he wants done, he's going to be coming up here and we're going to start clearing that out and getting that ready, and then hopefully get it seeded before winter flies. At least it can get some stabilization, and then next year that'll be fenced in for Captain and Meg. My husband said then that fence there that Captain and Meg are in, he wants to take down because he wants to be able to get some type of a building put up for hay. And if it has to be the length of that, then that's what it will be. But it's going to be something that we can store hay in that's close enough to everybody. And even if it's not, once these all 5 get put back there, we'll have to run it obviously with the skid steer. But the skid steer will be here. So no, it's not a skid steer because we have one, but it is the same model as what we have. So it is a Kubota, but what could it be, everybody? Everybody that's watched us knows what type of stuff we do here, and I'm pretty sure somebody knows what I'm talking about. But that being said, I'm probably going to go check on bunnies again to see if we have anybody who decided to pull hair and whatnot, and then I'll probably end this video later today when our evening is done. Say when you know your husband's thirsty and he drinks all but this out of a glass of tea. But yep, he's still out there wee-whacking around Jill and Diamond's pen for right now. And it is sprinkling. We've got a little bit of rain shower bands coming in, but they look like they're mainly just some really light rain, which wouldn't be that awful for us. I mean, we could use a little bit of rain. That way I don't have to water the garden. And every time I think about that and think, man, the garden really needs watered. The Lord bless us with a downpour usually, but I can say that if it rains, we're always thankful, even though it might tend to be flooding and whatnot. But yeah, I am and still decided that where I'm going to put an extra breeding pen at, because I do want to breed 2 different bucks to these 4 does. So Lancelot is going to get Jules and Willow, and then Prince will get Cal and Scarlet. And fingers crossed, a doe out of each of them would be nice that I could keep, retain, and any other does and bucks can be sold and help us make a little money off the goats. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. Thank you to all our new subscribers, and we will see everybody tomorrow. Till next time, God bless.